So, hey guys, hope you are doing well today. Today I will be talking about how to prepare OS. This will be a short video and just a good roadmap that I followed, and I think it might help you to prepare OS in the best way. Now, most of the time I have seen that people take OS lightly and try to do it uh, in the later stages of the preparation, like in the end of their preparations, right? So now, why should you prepare the OS in a best way and try to do it as early as possible? Because most of the time the questions will be similar to that of what is been asked in the previous years, so ignoring the OS will cost you a rank. Because OS is a fairly easy subject, means it won't take as much as efforts like data structures and algorithm or the discrete math. In their perspective, I'm telling you this. So chances are pretty high, if there is an easy question, each and everyone will be able to solve the OS question, right? If it's an easy question, most of the people will try to solve that. And if you didn't solve that or made a mistake, so you might get a negative marks and you will fall behind the people, right? So we need to avoid that at any cost. Also, the weightage of the OS in GATE is around 10 to 12%. So means it will carry almost 10 marks in the GATE exams, and it's fairly easy compared to other subjects. So you can expect to, if in a decent with a decent amount of efforts, you can get around 8 to 10 marks easily, right? Now the books to follow, the I had personally followed the Galvin. Sorry, I made a spelling mistake. Now I had shared this book in the description with you guys. Just let me yes. So here is the book. I had made an underlinings and all regarding the important definitions and the important topics like this. See here you can see the CPU scheduler, then the scheduling criteria, etc., etc. So what I would recommend is that you just read the chapter once or twice without underlining any part as an important or unimportant. And once you read it twice, you will understand which things are important and which are not that much important, so that you can highlight those things, and the next time when you want to revise or just go through the book once, you can just go through those highlighted parts, right? So this is what I used to do, and it helped me a lot. Because most of the time the definitions we are tend to forget, and especially in OS, like in the process synchronization or deadlocks, there are many definitions which differ by just few words, so it's very common to get confused between them, right? So just go through the book once or twice for every chapter and then highlight the things. Now let's talk about the topics which are there in the OS. So first one is the process management. Now this is a very easy topic, because the questions will be related to the threads and the CPU scheduling, round robin, FIFO, right? These are the types of scheduling and the questions will be related with them. So in this type of questions, you just need to solve the numericals. There is, and if the theory part is asked, it will be from the Galvin itself. Means most of the time I had seen that whichever the theory the gate has asked, it was there in the Galvin. So if you had read the books, then the theory becomes also very much easy, and you can solve these questions very easily. The next part is the deadlocks. Now in deadlocks, there are few things that you need to remember, like which are the types of state. Like there is a safe state and there is an unsafe state. Now there is a deadlock prevention mechanism, there is a deadlock avoidance mechanism. Now you need to go in the further details, like what which are the types which are used for the deadlock avoidance and the deadlock prevention. So these are fairly easy things once you learn them. Because the next time whenever you will come across the questions regarding to the deadlocks, those will be most of the time numerical questions, right? And if they ask theory, it's very less often that they will ask the theory. Also keep one thing in mind, that if the questions are easy from the deadlocks, then they might try to take your time. So be conscious about that while solving the deadlock question. Please try to maintain your speed of solving. Now next is the concurrency and synchronization. This one is a little bit trickier part, because here the chances are very high that anyone can make a mistake. Personally, I had also took a little bit longer to understand them very neatly and cleanly, so that what happens is that if you are not sure about the concurrency and synchronization, the you can make mistakes, because there will be multiple processes you will be given in the question, and you will be asked that what will be the status of this process, will it execute or not, or will all the processes get in deadlock or not, right? So these are the type of the questions which will you be asked in concurrency and synchronization. Also there are many small conditions that you need to keep in mind. See, I will show you. This is the process synchronization. Now here these are the three conditions: mutual exclusion, progress, and bounded waiting. Now you will be asked question regarding these three, and it becomes slightly tedious if there are multiple processes involved. So you need to be thorough with the definition what each and every word tells, right? So you need to be very much precise with the mutual exclusion, progress, and bounded waiting, so as to answer those questions quickly and without making a mistake. The next is the memory management. Now memory management, once you understand the paging, segmentation, multi-level paging and all, then it becomes fairly easy to answer any kind of a memory management question, because it's like a you are using formula, you are just putting up the values. So once you practice a good amount of question, it will be like very easy for you to answer those questions. And yes, the next is the file system. Now the file system is also very easy part. The most of the time the questions will be asked regarding the inode and the disk scheduling. Now there are a few disk scheduling algorithms. Just go through them once, and once you done with that, you will be able to solve most of the questions related to file systems. It's very less often that you might be asked in higher details, right? So also the next is the strategy. Now the good strategy which I followed during my second phase of the preparation. So it was like just once go through the book, which are the important definitions and all, understand them clearly. For if you may not you if you are not able to understand them in one go, please read it again. That's fine. That happens. Even I were not able to understand the synchronization in pretty good depth in the first go, so it's fine, just take your own time. After that, go through the gate previous year questions. Now there might be few questions which are little bit harder, so it's not that you will have to solve each and every question. So if the question is hard, please try to solve it by yourself. If you are not able to solve it, just make a note of it, like what were the concepts you were missing, or what the concepts you should have been applied over there, and keep track of them, so that next time you won't make the same mistake. After doing that, just take a topic wise test. Suppose you did the deadlock, you for that you read the deadlock through the Galvin, you solve the previous year questions of a gate. Now just take the topic wise test of deadlocks in any test series whichever you have purchased. After that, just work on the mistakes, because uh, working on the mistakes is really essential. And after that, just this is a small tip, that don't try to learn in too much depth. Like in threads, you will be having too much of information related to the implementation, so it will really vary depending upon the implementation. So in the early stages of your preparation, try to avoid that. After that, if you are like after few weeks or like 1 month, you will be pretty much good with those, then in that case you now can take time to learn in depth if you require, if you want to, regarding a particular topic. Don't try to do it at the early stage of a preparation. I did that mistake, so you should avoid that. uh, Thank you guys.